Hey everyone! Today, we're diving into something really important: crypto scams. Seriously, it's a huge issue right now. Did you know that in just last year, around $12.4 billion was lost to these scams? It's alarming, and it's not just a small problem. It's affecting a lot of people. So, let's break it down.
First off, what exactly are crypto scams? They're deceptive schemes that trick people into giving away their money or personal information, often under the guise of investment opportunities.
Think about it: you're scrolling through social media, and you see these ads promising insane returns on your investment. It sounds too good to be true, right? That's because it usually is.
Now, one of the most insidious types of scams out there is called pig butchering. It's this heart-wrenching tactic where scammers build trust over time, like they're your friend or something.
They'll spend weeks or even months gaining your confidence, and then bam! They hit you with a pitch that seems like a golden opportunity. You might feel excited, maybe even a little hopeful. But then you realize you've been played.
It's gut-wrenching, and it's not just pig butchering. There are so many scams out there: fake exchanges, Ponzi schemes, you name it. The growth in this area is staggering. In fact, there's been a 40% rise in fraudulent revenue in just a year, totaling around $9.9 billion. Since 2020, overall scam activity has increased by 24%. It's like a never-ending cycle of deceit. What's even scarier is how scammers are evolving.
They're using artificial intelligence to enhance their tactics, creating more convincing schemes. And they're not just local anymore. These operations are expanding across countries.
It's becoming a professional game for them, making it even harder for the average person to spot a scam. You might be wondering, what platforms are enabling these scammers? Well, take Huioni Guarantee, for example.
They provide services that help these criminals, like money laundering and social media management. It's frustrating to see how some companies are profiting off these scams, making it even harder for victims to get their money back.
Speaking of victims, let's talk about the emotional and financial toll this takes. Getting scammed isn't just about losing money. It's about the betrayal, the shame, and the fear. Imagine believing in something so strongly, only to have it ripped away. It's a heavy burden to carry, and it can leave you feeling isolated. Now, law enforcement is trying to catch up, but the sheer volume of scams is overwhelming.
They've made some progress in tracking operations down, but it's a tough battle. The bad guys are getting smarter, and it's like a cat-and-mouse game that never ends. Looking ahead, we need to consider what's next. There's a real possibility that we'll see a rise in AI-powered deception tactics. It's scary to think about, but we can't just sit back and let this happen.
We need to be proactive, advocating for stronger regulations and countermeasures to protect ourselves and our communities. So, as we wrap this up, I want to encourage you all to stay alert.
Be aware of the signs of scams and don't let your guard down. Talk to your friends and family about this issue. The more we share knowledge, the harder it becomes for these scammers to succeed.
If you found this information helpful, please subscribe, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories or any experiences you've had. Remember, we're in this together, and the more we know, the safer we can be.
I know this topic is heavy, but it's crucial to talk about it. Let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned today. Yeah, it's tough, but we can find a silver lining.
Maybe it's a chance to grow, to be more cautious, or even to appreciate what we have a little more. There's always something to be grateful for, even in tough times. Thanks for sticking around, and let's keep the conversation going.
Together, we can fight back against these scams and support each other through it all.